Hey guys, if you remember last year I did a video on my SuperSprings installation. The SuperSprings were doing okay, but wasn't living up to my standards, and Rebecca at SuperSprings contacted me to help satisfy me, and they have SuperSprings has sent me a set of different springs, heavier duty springs, to be able to put on my truck to be able to test the height and adjustment. Now, I'm not going to do a tutorial on how to install the SuperSprings. You can watch my first video if you remember that one. But this one right now, I have the old SuperSprings on here still. You just have to take my word for it. They're in there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do a height measurement again. This is with the old SuperSprings, because you know things do wear out a little bit on vehicles over time, and it's been a year. And so I've actually added some other springs in my vehicle to help the other springs out. If you can see in here, there's the SuperSprings right down in there, and I've added those springs here to help with the height adjustment on this one here. I'm not going to take those off just for the fact that they're there, and we're leaving to go camping today. So what I'm going to do is measure this before I put the camper on there, and after I put the camper on there, then I'm going to go install the SSA7 springs, and then we're going to do another test just like we have it right now. So we'll go ahead and start off with this one. Okay, and let's see if I can do this and film at the same time. So if we come on down, we should be looking at roughly about 19 inches to the top of the ball. Oops. So it's about 19. Alright, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and put the camper on the ball, and then we're going to measure that height again, and then we'll get that one. So I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, I'm back. You can see that the wheel's off the ground here. I've bounced on it right around here to make sure that she's sinking very well. And now we're going to take our second height adjust measurement here, and we're going to try to get it to the top of this ball right here is what we're going to aim for. Give us an idea. I don't know if I got that. Right around here is what we're going to shoot for. So we put that in there. But once again, looking around 16 and a half, 17 inches in that area. I'm thinking more around 16 and a half, 16 and 5/8. So that's our height here. So now I'm going to go install these other ones, and we'll come back and get another measurement here in a minute. Okay guys, I'm getting ready to install my new SuperSprings. As you can see, they're right here. This is what I've got, and these are the SSA7s. Just wanted to verify that and see if this thing will focus in here. Maybe. You can make that out a little bit. SSA7, a little blurry, but I'm going to get those on and we're going to see what's going to do here. Alright, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, I got my old springs off. I just wanted you to take a look to compare these. You can see here's the new set right here. Here's the old set. You can tell they've got a little wear and tear on them, just being dirty, being underneath the car, of course. And you can see that these here do say SSA7 on there, and a manufacturer date, of course. And here's the new ones, the old ones, excuse me, SSA2s. The 7s do feel a little heavier, so I'm sure they're a little bit thicker metal, and hopefully they're going to do a better job. So let me go ahead and get these put on. Alright, I wanted you guys to see this. I don't have my wheels off at this time on the install, but I'm able to get in here just fine. I have it jacked up just fine. If you remember my first video, I mentioned that I was able to bend this down all the way, the spring itself, to be able to get it installed, put the nut through it, the bolt. And I said I didn't really need to use the C-clamp on the SSA2s. This one here, there's no way I could have bent this one down. So this is already feeling a lot more durable and stronger. It took all I had just to get this C-clamp to bring this thing all the way down to get it in here. And again, I'm using the top hole because I want the the most strength out of these springs that I can get. So so far I'm very impressed with these SSA7s. Okay, the SuperSprings are installed, as you can see. Not sure if you can tell the difference in the video here, but I can see a ride height difference in the vehicle, and I'm perfectly okay with that. I was warned about that up front, and again, perfectly okay with that. One thing I'd like to point out here is, if you remember, I showed you the springs that I had installed before. Kind of squeeze in here. If you look, these springs are doing such a good job. They're even holding it up higher than what my springs are used to. So springs aren't really even touching. But when we get some weight on there, that extra springs that are probably going to help. If they don't, maybe I can take them off. But the springs are installed. So let's go ahead and check our height on this one. Can do these two things, and we're looking at about 21 on the ride height there to the top of the ball. So now let's go ahead and put the camper on it and see what that looks like there. Be right back. This is after I've put the camper on it and have bounced on it a couple times. We're looking at a ride height of about 18 inches, and I believe the last one was about 17. So 16.5, 17. So I've gained about 1 inch to 1.5 inches rise off these new springs here, which is pretty good in my book. So pretty pleased with that. Would have definitely gone with that in the beginning had I got that. Again, I want to thank Rebecca at SuperSprings for contacting me and taking care of me. Awesome. I apologize for taking me so long.